Had a good wind this morning and it died down just as we were coming past this island, so we came into this bay and we moored here at the moment. We saw there was a little hut here and maybe we could spend the night.
On arriving at the small island, we heard some shouting coming from the other side of the hill. We decided to take a look and were surprised to find that there was a beach with only 3 families living on it. One of the locals was in the process of making parangs, the Indonesian form of pangas.
Looks like copper or brass rings. And then they heat this section up over here in the fire till it's red hot. Stick the blade into the block of wood and then bang it so that the blade slides into the wood. And then afterwards shape the wood into a handle like he's doing now.
Nearby lay a prau in the process of being hollowed out. There was never any rush to complete things here on the islands, and the locals took turns in chopping away at their new craft.
There was much activity on the beach when we arrived. The old man making knives and the others packing their prahus with backpacks, pots and hunting equipment. The dogs were called and placed in the prahus. All were off to hunt pig and buck on the mainland. Although not well looked after by our standards, the dogs here on the islands were considered last with regards to being fed. They usually lived on scraps of food and only ate during a hunting excursion, and only once an animal had been killed. With the help of the dogs' different barking and howling sounds, the hunter is able to tell what type of animal the dogs have spotted, how big that animal is, and also how far away it is. All the necessary equipment was packed, as they would be staying away at another hunting station and would be gone for a few days. What was interesting to note was the small air rifle that was slung over the shoulder of one of the men. The rifle was used to shoot small birds and was the only one that we came across during our entire voyage.
Having tried without much luck to open a coconut ourselves, we were surprised to see how easily the locals could, in no time at all, strip the outer shell, remove the core, and with the aid of a traditional grater, remove the fleshy interior for cooking. Seeing that it was relatively easy to climb to the top of the island, Ren and I decided to take a look at the area from an elevated position. The families had named the island Palau Bamboo because of all the bamboo that was growing here when they first arrived. Since then, most of the bamboo has been replaced by crops of kaladi and kaspi. From this elevation, we could see some of the vast areas covered by tropical rainforest on the mainland of Irian Jaya. The island's vegetation does, however, vary, and grasslands, pine forests and scrub are also found. The Cendrawasih Basin area, which we are travelling through, is also famous for its butterflies, as well as its incredibly diverse bird species. There are more than 600 species of birds living on the island, including the elusive bird of paradise, the Cendrawasih.
Good morning, sire. Your back sore?
Sure, it's flat, eh?
There is not a breath of wind. It's dead as a doornail out here.
Seeing some fishermen in the distance disappear into the jungle with their prahus, we knew we were approaching another village. Making our way in that direction, we came across a large river mouth, but because the tide was out, we were unable to enter up further. While waiting for the tide to return, we slept under the shade of some trees, had lunch, and for the first time in a long while, we decided to give ourselves a good wash and scrub. And then when the camera's not on, I'll take my pants off and give my ass a scrub. Some locals passing on prahus saw us on the beach and headed in our direction. They told us that there was indeed a village, its name Karawan, but that it was quite a distance upriver. We told them of our plan to head upriver at high tide and visit the people of the village. The locals agreed and said they would await our arrival. Once the tide was high enough, we made our way into the mouth of the river and started punting upstream.
Slow down the punting, eh? Let's see if we can fit through. See all those turtle shells hanging in the tree here? I think we might make it with a squeeze. Oh no, we won't make it. Forgot about the height of the mast.
Having to now wait until someone from the village came to look for us, we sat on the bow of the Chendrawasi as the sun set over the jungle behind us.
Hey man, what are you recording? Just having a look to see how
his beard's coming on.
Beard's coming on.
Yes.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Slowly but surely.
Later on that evening, one of the locals was sent to find out where we were. We explained the problem as best we could and requested a prahu early in the morning, as we needed good light to film upriver.